I'm Melissa Archer-Wirtz, Director of Strategic Engagement at Metaport and VHT Studios. And today we're in Chicagoland, and my guest today is Melissa. So Melissa is the CEO of C21 Circle. And let me introduce you properly.
Hi, I am Melissa Archer-Wirtz. I am the CEO of C21 Circle. We also have a few other brands within our arrangement. We have ACUITY Title and Skylight Insurance. So it is 3 large companies that I get to be responsible for over the next course of time.
Absolutely. And you are only 1 week old.
Yes.
But you're already very busy traveling, visiting, engaging with agents, with leadership.
Very much so. It's been a road show. Right now we're drinking from a fire hose, but it's good. It's a great fire hose to be drinking from. Mm-hmm. 1 week in, hitting all the places I can. We have to go through Illinois, Indiana, Florida. We have operations based out of Kentucky. So we're everywhere. Right now I'm focusing on Illinois. I'll be heading to Indiana soon. Then I'll be over to Florida. So I'll be all around.
So C21 and the title company at insurance. So you are in every single location. Is that correct?
Correct. So in the 3 states, Illinois, Indiana, and Florida, we have 46 offices, roughly about 1,300 agents that hit that footprint. And we bring in ACUITY Title as well as Skylight Insurance into all of those offices. We also have some standalone space for ACUITY Title because they do service people outside of just C21.
Okay.
So we have a large database. We actually merged with that organization and broadened our footprint. So now we're based out of Kentucky, but we have offices in all of the states.
Well, that is very impressive. And then you also mentioned that in Florida you have
we do some property management down there. So
right.
part of our motto as an organization is really enhancing that agent experience, which then trickles down to the consumer experience. So part of that suite of tools that we need to provide are all of those enhancements, those core service offerings. So title, insurance, property management, right? If we're going to be selling you a home that you're going to inevitably Airbnb down in Florida, we're here to help you with that.
Right.
So it really is with the end consumer in mind, and how do we make that as easy for our agent to be that one-stop shop for their customer?
Well, though you are 1 week old at the position at the C21 Circle, you are not new to the real estate industry. And
No.
You had such a great success story. So you actually came from a different position, different company,
Mm-hmm.
but the company within the Anywhere, and you were Chief Operating Officer.
Correct. So I've had about a 20-year history in real estate brokerage and all different facets of the real estate industry, new construction, asset management, property management, down the road. I've done it all. Primarily, my focus has always been in operations. And I've been the former COO of 2 really successful Chicagoland brokerages in the past. And I like that gives me a uniqueness in my perspective that gives me the ability to understand really what it takes to operate the business and what it takes to service the client for us, which is the agent. Now I have this opportunity to be the CEO and really take my vision, my stamp, my flair, and apply it going forward. I think this is an opportunistic market. I know we hear that, we see it, may not feel like it, but from a growth perspective, this is very exciting as being the CEO to kind of see what opportunities I have out there from, growing all of our organizations, doing more acquisitions, looking at broadening that footprint, looking at new territories. Really anything to help strengthen our brand for the future.
So your vision is to expand, and expand.
Absolutely. We'll be expanding in all facets, right? We're going to be expanding in footprint. We're going to be expanding in service offerings, technology, marketing, all of the things that make sense for an agent, that empowers them, that gives them more leverage, and that gives them a little bit more efficiency to really hit the marketplace and garner more business.
Well, you mentioned technology, and I understand that C21 gives you great support as a corporate, as a corporation, let's say.
Absolutely. I think Anywhere actually does that really wonderfully for all of their brands.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the luxury of working for a number of the Anywhere brands, and there is a consistency among that corporate support. Within C21, it's there, it's loud, it's proud, it's amazing. Their core values completely resonate with my own personal core values and how I look at delivering experiences for our agents. I think one of the core ones that really resonates with me is that we defy mediocrity and deliver elevated experiences. So there is everything that can be done within that facet. It really can touch all areas of the agent, and Century 21 is behind us to make that happen, which is great.
Yeah, that is absolutely. You do need that support because you cannot do it by yourself, or you have to invest a tremendous amount of money, effort, and time. So yes, I think it is a great opportunity for you to be part of this well-known, great brand.
One of the most respected brands for the last 2 decades. It's out there. It's known. Everybody understands Century 21. There's great leverage in that. And in order to scale, you need that support, right? We can't do it all on our own. So it's really great to have that corporate bench, if you will, that allows us to keep going.
How does it feel to be a CEO? And I'm sure you had to go through some hiccups to get to that position, even to the position of COO, as Chief Operating Officer.
There's definitely been hiccups, as we can say, along the way. It is being a woman, as you can imagine, really can be a struggle in the corporate world and moving your way up. It's all about hard work, consistency, dedication, always saying yes to a certain degree. But, I've had to embrace being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I think it's a creature of habit for most humans. We don't like change. We don't like, we don't like being uncomfortable. And doubling down on that, I really had to kind of embrace that and find my voice and understand that I'm not annoying, right? I just need to get my point heard. I was lucky enough along the way to have a few great mentors that took chances on me and gave me that opportunity. And as you know, I've always said, if you just give me an inch, I'll take the mile, right? Just get me in that door. So I've had to struggle along the way. I've had to put in a lot of hard work. It's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm here.
Yes, and congratulations. And you look so excited, and you're so passionate about what you do and what you are going to deliver, and how you work with your agents and your respect that you express.
I love the agents. I really do. I think, over a 20-year history, I joke and I say I got bit by the real estate bug. It was a career I stumbled into. It was not necessarily the path that I wanted or knew that I was going to do in life. And I got bit, 3 months in, I said, this is what I'm doing, and forget all of the other plans. So I've really been doing that. And along the way, part of that excitement is always built by the agent. I love their story. I love their hunger. I love the tenacity that it takes to be a real estate agent. I don't know if I could, right? That's a scary world. And so anything I can do to help support them and guide them in the right direction and leverage all of the offerings that either we as Century 21 Circle or corporate can offer, or partners like you guys.
Thank you.
This is what I'm here for, and that's what gets me up in the day.
And you mentioned, I really enjoyed talking to you ahead of time, and you were saying the company is only as good as the agents are. And you invest so much energy in your agents, but they invest their energy into the company.
Absolutely. It's a two-way street. They have to feel and see what we're putting in for them to be able to then do that same for their client and for our company. If I believe in the brand, they should believe in the brand. If I believe in you as an agent, you should believe in you as an agent.
So also would like to come back to the fact that you have under one umbrella very important services that your agents can offer, and it really benefits their clients. Again, coming back to the final consumer, to the end consumer, what can you talk about that?
So let's paint a picture here, right? You're coming up to a closing, you're assisting your client, you're an agent, and if you go to a big box title company, you generally are going to run into an issue, right? We all run into issues on the daily when it comes to closing that property. There might be a title issue. There might be a piece of paper that didn't make it through. A wire is a little late at the 11th hour. And who do you call? Right now, my agents have the ability to call me or two of our partners to say, I need this to happen right now, right here. I can make that happen. I have more control and leverage over our services, and we can make that happen for our agents and our clients. So those closings go much more seamless. We have much more control. It's much more convenient. We can close in any of our offices or in any of the, headquarter locations. and we make it really attractive for the attorney. So it provides this ability for our agents to not only offer some alternative services that make the client happy, but it creates the seamlessness. They now can control their deal from start to finish, and they know all of the players. They know everything that's going on at any given point. That's the same when it comes to property and casualty insurance. Those are always things that are needed. We have somebody that they can call. We can underwrite your policies, get it done for you same day. And then it comes with property management. We touched on that a little bit. And in these second home markets, especially up in Indiana, in Florida, where we're at, there's a lot of that second home or kind of investment home ability, and they need property managers. A lot of the time, they don't even know where to call. So they're going to ask our agent anyways, who do I call? Now we have a company for them.
Right. And also to make it easier and smoother for your agents, you are very proactive besides the platform, by creating the CRM system. So it's easy for them to have the referral business, to keep track of their database. And I'm not saying that clients are database. No,
but you have to kind of put all of your friends, if you will, or your clients in some place to know how to connect with them. And it's not dehumanizing, our roles here or our industry. It's making it more efficient. Imagine being able to connect with all of your database in a more productive and efficient manner because you have that built into a CRM, because you have that CRM attached to some automated digital marketing, because that's attached to what you're doing with your company. These things start making your day much quicker and easier so that you can be out doing what you need to be doing, which is procuring more clients to add to that database.
And at the same time, keeping in touch with everyone you already know, just to make sure that if they decide to move again, they're there.
They know your name, right? You are here for them. There's a fun little saying, right? Everybody's a coffee away from something else. And that can be, whether it's an agent from a retention standpoint, that can mean your client. You need to be in front of your clients all of the time. They need to remember that you're in this business, that you're here for their referrals at any time. I'm here to be your mentor. I'm here to be your guidance. And so all of those kind of MarTech initiatives that we're really seeing take root and grow in attractiveness in this in this community. We're really excited to see people take advantage of that and learning how to leverage that into their businesses. I think at C21 Circle, that is one of our main focus going forward, is taking all of these tools that we have, showing the value of these tools and how to use them effectively so that they can go out and do their business.
Absolutely. And what about marketing strategy? Do you recommend, maybe you have some meetings, you are inviting your partners to talk about it, because, being in marketing and part of Metaport and VHT Studios, photography, Metaport, videos, it is all so important.
It's incredibly important. And I think it's become even more important. This has been a wonderful little byproduct of COVID, right? We've said the big C word, but it is a nice little byproduct. It really put the spotlight on this gap in the marketplace that we had. And now that we've gotten this comfortableness with all of these new tools, digital photography, Matterport, all the fun little bells and whistles, these are things that have become the new norm. And this is what our consumers are expecting and requiring. It also broadens our base. We are no longer just pigeonholed to one set of consumer. We can really push all of that out to a more global sphere. And we're seeing a lot of those kind of transactions trade sight unseen. We all know a person that's done a deal that's been sight unseen. They did it over FaceTime, and we keep moving. And those are becoming more of the norm. So anything we can do to kind of aid in that is excellent.
And again, that support is so important. But what would you wish to a brand new agent who is entering real estate landscape industry, and they would like to join C21 Circle?
To put it short and sweet, it's garbage in, garbage out. To expand on that is really just about the work ethic and the mindset when you enter into the real estate industry for the first time. Whether you've been in the workforce before or not in the workforce, and this is just your first kind of entry, you have to treat it like a job. You have to make sure you have a start time and end time. You have to get dressed for that job. I recommend coming into the office every day and creating your routine. That routine is going to evolve over time as you start to gain business and gain traction, but you need to set your routine. Whatever amount of time you're using to cold call, whatever amount of time you're using to prospect your database and build that database. You've got to learn the business from everybody around you. So hard work, persistency, consistency, and showing up. If you put in the effort, it will come out in spades. But also, side note, everyone, just make sure you have 6 months of savings because you're not going to make $1 in that first 6 months. And if you do, kudos, but don't expect it. So it's just, again, effort that puts in.
And then the support that they get from the company. So I think it is very important for a brand new agent to also associate themselves with the brand they're joining.
Correct.
And it has to be that chemistry and that understanding that they will receive the support and they have someone to turn to when they are struggling or they are confused or they are depressed.
And you know, Century 21 Circle is especially prepped and armed and ready for that type of agent. We actually have 2 little arms that we didn't touch on, but we have a real estate school.
Oh, okay.
So we have the Real Estate School Academy, and that is a source for people to get licensed and continue and do CE, continuing education. And we have that in all of our states. And then additionally, we have a whole education arm that includes a lot of great instructors, learning platforms, constant education and training and reinforcement of everything Century 21 Circle and everything that it takes to be a real estate agent. So we're ready to help you get there.
And probably coaching, right?
Absolutely. That's definitely
Yes.
part of the education arm. We've got a great number of team leads out there that is their daily mantra. You know, let's get you one more deal.
Great. And do you encourage teams?
We do. We encourage, not encourage. We don't shy away from them. They are a product of today's market. I understand them. There's power in them, especially for newer agents. I understand the attractiveness of that. There's also sometimes a need just so that you can actually service a large group of units that you're doing. So we don't shy away from it.
Great. Yeah, because I think it is like a new push and it's rather recent. Just a few years ago, it wasn't popular. In some companies, it wasn't even allowed.
Correct. And you know, there's always different financial structures with it. I get it. But again, what's good for the agent, what's good for the consumer. And if it makes sense, it makes sense.
Well, that's the bottom line, right?
Exactly.
Well, thank you, Melissa, so much. Thank you. And it was such a great pleasure to be here with you and all the best to you in your new role. I'm sure it will be even more successful than ever before. And you are bringing such great fresh air to the company, to your agents. So all the best.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Lucy.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.